Christian, what's cooking?
Hey,
What's up,
Christian.
Christian?
Hey, how are you
Christian.
tonight? This
Good.
is-
How are you? Welcome to Clean Radio.
Hey, thank you very much. Very, very interesting show. I think you're probably one of the only of your kind, or maybe the only.
I get told that quite often, but that's not about the show. It's just,
In person.
Just in the interest of full disclosure, I guess that's a part of the ethic involved. Admittedly, I am an addict. I come from an addicted family. It's certainly genetics. I'm also a proponent for legalization. I wanted to find out from you guys how you felt about the legalization issue, and certainly how it affects normal society and the way crime, violence.
well, I mean,
whether or not it would help sobriety.
Christian, that's a great question. We're not a political show, and it's a very political question. And I don't think all I'll say is, the war on drugs really hasn't gone too well.
No.
I mean, it's a war we've been fighting for a long time. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was in Canada, just to give you a story. I grew up in Manhattan, and I grew up, I'd go to the Manhattan or Brooklyn. I grew up, but I would go to Manhattan, and you're from South, and you'd go to these streets, and you'd see people using. You'd see people Alphabet City, and it was the worst. But it was like they weren't making the street nice, and then people using upstairs.
Right.
You knew you were on a crappy street.
Yeah.
And you saw the real hell that was going on. But take that to when I was in Vancouver, and in Vancouver they have the
Methadone clinics,
the methadone and the heroin clinics, where people are literally shooting up with nurses around them.
They're getting clean needles now.
Clean
They're
needles.
providing them all that, yeah.
Now
It's called harm reduction.
it's called harm reduction. Now I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything, but I knew I was more depressed going down that street, knowing that there were people dying upstairs,
Very true.
than I was in Manhattan when at least I saw it.
Very true.
And there was no denial about it. I wasn't like, and so if that helps answer that question a little bit, Christian, I don't know if it did, but
I plead the fifth.
It would seem, to me, I guess I'm somewhat of a libertarian, and certainly we all have our eye on what would stimulate in our economy in these times. That's the major question.
Drugs.
But it seems like it's rather depressing, yes, but
Well, medicinally, I'm sure it could help.
Yeah.
Some people, but
Christian, I think the question you're asking is a great one. I don't think any of us are,
I'm not going to be involved.
really
I
need to or
plead the
want
fifth
to,
on
but
it
it is a great question. And how long have you been sober?
honestly, off and on. My biggest drug of choice was marijuana.
Yeah.
Got me. It's both positive and negative with it. It got me out of atheism, but then again, it got a physical habit formed.
Yeah, and you know why that is? Because it's 40% more potent than it was in the 60s. I mean, marijuana is, people like to, but it's a very serious.
People don't think.
Yeah, people
don't realize
just
the
bypass
potency
it. Like,
of
it's
it.
not a big deal.
Yeah.
It is a big deal.
It is.
Yeah.
I treat people all the time that come in for treatment for just marijuana addiction.
Christian, I'll tell you what. You got an offer tonight. Are you interested in maybe getting off it for good?
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of incentive to staying off of it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Email ericaspiegelman.com. Do you have an email up there?
Yes, of course.
ericaspiegelman.com. Go to that. Erica Spiegelman. It's probably spelt the correct Spiegelman way. Yeah, go ahead.
Spiegelman.
And email her, please. And obviously, you've specialized in this stuff.
Yeah. I could definitely give you some direction or give you some help in some way.
But we're running out of time. Christian, give us a call back next week. I want to know that you got in touch with her if you can. I would love to hear that.
Hang in there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Have a
Good
great
luck.
night.
Are you struggling with an addiction that's ruining your life? Want to have a confidential conversation with a professional that will immediately assist you? Do you suspect a loved one is abusing drugs and would like a free drug testing kit and consultation? KLEAN Treatment Center is standing by right now to help those with addictions and the people who care about them. Call 888-601-6040. That's 888-601-6040. Or go to KLEAN Treatment Center, that's clean with a K, cleantreatmentcenter.com.